welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be slightly different from what we've probably put up, it's really more around sort of social media. Obviously, as you know, I have 3 beautiful girls and they are all in their, soon to be in her teen. Madam Imani.
Never, ever.
But Brianna is 50. Go on, Brianna, tell them your age. Introduce yourself.
I'm 15.
Okay. She's 15 and she's cool. You get me? And then Janae. Introduce yourself.
My name's Janae and I'm 17.
Mm-hmm. Come on then. Come on then. Come on. I'm not acting all shy. Come on, introduce yourself. They've seen you enough on the videos.
Roblox. Okay. My name's Imani and I'm 12 years old.
Finally.
I'm a preteen. Not a teen, a preteen. Period.
Okay, a teen with a bit of attitude.
A preteen. Actually.
Imani, you are going to be 13 in the next
That's still a preteen.
2 weeks.
No, when you're 14, you're a teen. When
13, you're a
13.
teen.
13.
Yeah.
Preteen. Preteen is still teen.
Preteen is
But
now.
preteen.
You are 12.
Preteen. I'm still a preteen until I get to 14.
No,
No.
13. The minute it sounds like a teen, it means that you are now a teen. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, see what I have to deal with? So now we're going to talk about social media. Because I think social media is a double-edged sword. Okay, I did decide to bring the girls in this video because I just wanted them to give a little bit of a taste, or a little bit of an insight as to what social media actually brings, about what encounters they've had on social media, and I guess just to kind of wrap it up around safety and just to kind of conclude on what that looks like really. But yeah, I just thought it would be good just to bring them into the video so they can actually really give a bit of insight as to what encounters are out there on social media, because listen, kids aren't safe on social media, and the quicker we parents grab it, but the quicker we grasp it, the better it will be for us. The better it will be for the kids. Because I remember when I was a teenager, right? I used to play. We used to be outside for hours on end playing bike race, playing tag, doing all these outdoor type, stuff. But then now you find kids of this generation in their bedroom, sat upstairs in their bedroom, playing video games, playing games or they could even be sat in the same room and they're still playing games and not interacting with each other. And I personally, I don't think that is healthy. I don't think it's a healthy mindset, because when you have too much of something, it tends to be very bad. So I won't go into too much, too much of that. But I think what I will do is allow the girls to kind of just explain what they've experienced on social media, to give us as parents a bit of an insight on that, and to also help the children of this age to also relate. Yeah. Okay. So I think let's start with social media itself. So when you guys were a lot younger, were you allowed on social media? Like, was it a given that you go on social media?
On weekends.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean social media?
So we're talking like Facebook, Instagram. So that's the type of social media we're gonna touch on first. Were you kind of allowed to go on that? Were you allowed to have accounts on social media sites when you were younger?
No.
And do you have a social media account right now, Imani? No. Okay. All
I
right.
don't even have Snapchat.
That's right. Imani doesn't even have Snapchat either. And just also like when you guys even had Snapchats and things like that, what sort of questions would I sort of ask about stuff like that?
You ask like before we got it, you'd be like, oh, so can people automatically friend you? Can they see what you're posting?
Booyaka! Yes.
That's what they would say.
Yes, I want to know what the security settings are, don't I? I want to know what those security settings are. And it's because, yeah, you don't want just people to just bombard your Snapchat and then, you know, ask questions, oh, can I be friends with you and blah, 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 do you? Yeah? So security is important. Yeah, I mean, I know, you know, you girls, you've always spoken freely about all the encounters that you've had on. So when they were younger, they used to play something called Roblox. So I think you guys probably know, or you've probably heard your kids talk about Roblox before, or if kids are watching this, you probably know what I'm talking about. Now, you know, you guys have spoken about all the kind of like the different encounters that you've had on there. You know, so do you mind just kind of just talking a little bit about it, just to give us as parents some insight as to what actually goes on those sites?
Well, I haven't had that many, but like there was this one time, this girl was just like, can I be your best friend? No, she was like, can I be your friend? And then I was just like, it was like whilst I was playing the game, and then I was just like, okay, because like people just say, oh, can I friend you or something like that. So then I assumed that's what she meant, and then we were like doing we were playing the game together, and then my actual friend from real life came onto the game, and then I was just like, oh, hi, and then I was introducing them, and then the girl that I had met online who said, oh, can I be your friend, she started saying, no, I'm her best friend and stuff like that, and being a creep, so I blocked her and left the game.
See, and that's it. You tend to sort of block them and you just leave the game, don't you? You don't kind of just tolerate them, do you? Mm-hmm. You see, Brianna's sassy, you know. Brianna's got that bit of sass from me. But yeah, that is good. That is good. Imani, what about you? Because I know you've had some encounters as well on Roblox when you used to play it. So Brianna, they're just kind of sticking with you a little bit on this one then. Why did you decide to kind of just block and you know, and just get out of it? Like what made you do that?
Because I'm antisocial and I don't like dealing with rubbish.
Oh my god. Okay. Yes, yeah, and I agree with that, and I think the antisocial bit is incorrect. I don't think you're antisocial. I think you are social. You're socially intelligent.
I don't like talking to random people online. There.
Yeah, and I think that's the key thing. I think, you know, parents need to just be really open about stuff like that, have conversations about that. Like, you know, I mean, did I used to kind of just not sneak up on you, but did I used to pull up on you guys and say, oh, what's going on there? How did I do that? I can't remember if I done that.
Did.
I did, didn't I? You know,
like if someone bullied us, you normally like say, you'll say, give me the phone, give me the laptop.
And I become a keyboard warrior.
Some kids right here.
I'm like a keyboard warrior. I just go on that phone and I'm just like tapping away, and you know, I would just cuss them out really. And trust me. I know that it's something that you guys will probably be like, really? But you know, I don't care. You know, at the end of the day, no one comes and bullies my children, especially on social media. Like, seriously, why would you want to be bullying kids on social media? And you don't know who's behind that keyboard. You don't know who these people are. So for me, and I know this is a slightly different topic, but I remember you guys used to have racial comments as well being made.
Yeah, well, can I say?
Go for it.
Okay, so basically, I was on this game, and then this boy, or I don't know whoever was on.
It could have been a girl, could have been a boy. Mhm.
They started to say, "You're not gonna be on my team because you're black." Yeah, no one said anything, and then they kept just saying, "You black pig, you black this, you
Oh my
black
god!
stuff."
Seriously?
Yeah, I forgot because this was a long time ago, and then I gave mom the phone, or I think it was my tablet. Yeah, and I gave it to my mom, and then she was just like, my mom said, "Oh, I'm ready to type. I'm ready to roast." And then so yeah, but that's what happened, and yeah.
Brilliant. You know, and this is me, I'm a lioness, and you want to come for my kids, you've got to go through me before you can get to my cubs, and that's just how I am. I'm not a parent that just sits there and does the whole thing on the sideline. I like to be active with my kids. I like to be in their business, particularly at the stage where they are still going through that phase of what is what security means, and what good looks like, and what a genuine engagement looks like. I think now I can safely say that Janae, in her at her age, at 17, I can safely say she knows how to deal with certain weird or strange encounters or inappropriate encounters, and she will talk about hers very soon. But and also Brianna, I think Brianna's coming along really nicely with that as well. Imani is still, she's still going through it. I still need to keep monitoring her, but I think...
Yeah, but I don't go on games. I don't really go on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she doesn't play Roblox anymore. But, even certain games that you play sometimes, Imani, I kind of find them a little bit inappropriate.
Or like the wolf game.
Exactly. I find them a little bit like inappropriate. I'm just like, okay, maybe you need to get off that game.
Dangerous. That's so.
Yeah.
Killed other wolves.
But I just don't think it's appropriate to be killing things, and I don't know, blood is splattering everywhere.
No, you just do get the claw and then you press the claw and yeah.
Okay, but anyway, I think the bottom line to that is really that you need to understand and know your kids, because some kids naturally are very highly influenced by things like that, and some kids aren't really. But yes, that's a completely different topic, so I don't want to stray too much. But Imani, have you had any kind of like any kind of inappropriate engagement, or someone trying to contact you on Roblox when you used to play it? And how have you dealt with it? So like people maybe made comments about your hair or the way you look or anything.
Yeah, when I'm like, because my character's black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember I went. I don't know what game it was. Yeah, and I was with my friend. Yeah, and then basically I came up to the person because I don't know this person, but they were my friend. Yeah, the friend requested me, and this was like 2 days ago, and then I came back on the game 2 days after, and then I said hi, and then my other friend said hi. Yeah, and then the person said, oh, that guy's black or something. Yeah, and then they said, oh, he's black. He's disgusting. He's dirty. He's this. And this was not long ago. This was like, it wasn't like 3, 4, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, when racism was a big thing. It was like recent. 2 and 3 years ago. So it's still going on, racism, and it's not only outside, it's not all Karens, but it's online as well.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Imani, because I think racism is always going to be a big thing, and it's a real shame that kids are displaying racism. They're giving out all these racial comments, and you're just a kid. So for me, my question is, who's your parent? What are they talking around you? What are they saying around you? Because a kid will not, a kid wasn't born racist. They have to hear it from someone. They have to hear it from somewhere. And if they're hearing talks going on in a house, then what do you think is going to happen? They're going to go out there and they're going to talk about it. They're going to see someone that's the colour that people have been talking about at home, and they're now going to want to make inappropriate, offensive comment. So, I know that's on a side note, to be quite honest with you. I don't, as I said, I don't want to go into that too much. I've addressed that in one of my videos as well previously, in one of my sort of parenting videos. But, social media I call it the dark web. Yeah, it is a double-edged sword. Okay, there's a great piece around, having this platform to be able to influence people, in a positive manner. But then you've also got the other side to it, and it's and that side is having predators waiting for kids, is having all these inappropriate comments and all these inappropriate comments being said or things being shared that really and truly kids should not really be seen at this age. But because kids are all bound to a tablet, bound to a phone, bound to something on TV, any form of technology, that is their playground, pretty much. That is where they interact and engage. I think Janae Janae obviously has come to that age, or come to that realization, and I thank God that I was able to kind of influence her the right way. And, I would always kind of do random spot checks on their phone. I would always be like, I would just pick up their phone and say, right, okay, I'll be doing spot checks and I'll be like, right, who's this? Who's that? Why did you make this comment? Who made this comment? I think you need to delete that person or block that person. How can they make such a comment? I would challenge things. I would ask about things. And I think we parents need to do that. I don't think we can just sit there and say, oh, here's a phone, go do what you're just on the phone for too long, so therefore I'm going to take it off from you. You're not actually checking the content of the phone. You're not checking who they're engaging with on the phone, what groups they're engaged to, who they're following. Those are key things to understand what general interest your children have. So, with that being said, Janae, who is 17, I know she's had some encounters as well. She also has her YouTube channel, which is something that I did struggle with for a while. But I think, was it at the age of 16 you got your YouTube channel?
15 and a bit.
Yeah, she got it at the age of sort of 15 going on 16. But, it was, and then of course she then had to link her account to Instagram, and it was closely monitored. I'm not going to lie, it was closely monitored. I didn't just kind of just give her free rein and say, right, go ahead and do it. But I watched her behavior. As I said, it's closely monitored. But Janae's had a few encounters on there as well, and I think one of the reasons why I allowed her to is because I felt that she was responsible enough and she had that sort of balanced view as to what appropriate comments are and what inappropriate comments are, and the importance of speaking to random strangers on social media. So Janae, do you want to give them a bit of an insight as to what comments you've had as well, and how you've dealt with them?
On Instagram, I would just post photos and Bible verses and scriptures and things like that, and when I first went on Instagram, and started posting more consistently, then I had this one random guy DM me, and he was just hey, and I was but he said he wrote hey baby, but it was a random guy, and there was no photo, and the photo was a cartoon character basically. So then I blocked him, and then I reported. I reported him. I blocked him.
Block, delete, report. Yeah. Block, delete, report. Go on.
But then I prayed over my Instagram account, so I haven't really had much of those encounters anymore after that. Have you had any?
I haven't had any since
So
then.
you should say any then.
But what I mean by, well, I'll get into that if you just listen.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I haven't had much of those encounters. Nobody's basically directly DM me like a random person. I've been added to like group chats, but those group chats are like saying, "Oh, do you want to buy followers or whatever?" So I don't want to buy followers, so I come off the group chats, and I don't really block it because it's not really that. It's just a little bit weird, but I just like come off the group chat. And then I changed my privacy settings on Instagram to only people I follow can DM me. So now basically only people I can follow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
And also like requests, like I don't get requests from people. And like the main thing that was stopping me from doing it before was like, oh, what if like a what if like a random company was to work with? And I was like, let's just say. But yeah. So that, but then I just blocked it anyway. And anyway, but recently I've got like, I had this encounter. So under this post about like Jesus and things like that, and I literally just like this man, he commented under that he's been struggling with this, that, and the other, and that he's no longer struggling with this, but now he's just getting these and that, whatever. And then he was just saying like how he was been struggling, and he was just like, he didn't really say like, oh please pray for me or whatever. He was almost like giving like just a story or whatever. But then a man replied to his comment, you need deliverance, and then he was just like, he added 2 people who like delivered people and things like that. And then I responded to his comment because like I've been watching like this YouTube channel who like delivers people and things like that. So I responded to his comment with like a Bible scripture, and I added the 2 accounts that I thought would be good. I was just like, oh, you can do this or whatever. And then he only responded to my comment, and then he was just like, oh, let me, do you know these people personally? I'm going to be traveling to this place, like somewhere in America. I'm going to be traveling to this place during the summer. I know, okay, why do I need to know that? And then he was just like, do you know these people personally? I'd like to speak more about this. DM me.
No.
I was just like, I literally already gave you a comment. You can go check out their page.
That's right.
They're literally already like thinking like, why do you need to DM me? And obviously he may like, it could be like a yes no kind of thing, like, oh yes, he is a creep or whatever, or maybe he isn't, he actually just wanted to talk. But I don't care. I deleted my comment. So you just look crazy. Responding to who?
Exactly.
And then I blocked him.
Good. You know, and this is exactly what I mean. You know, it's good that you have that discernment, you know, you have that judgment. But a child at the age of 8, 9, 10, or even a child that's not necessarily in any form of engagement with its parent, won't necessarily, you know, would not necessarily know anything about that. You know, they might just think, oh, it's just a friend to play with, or it's just someone that's been kind and nice to me. You know, I mean, there's been so many stories on the internet about kids being groomed and killed, or sometimes just being groomed and so it's almost like they've been manipulated, so they've been spoken to about, you know, they've just been spoken to about things, and it's like it's almost like to help convince them to like them, to be friends with them. Like, I want to be friends with you, you know, let's be friends. We can have blonde hair together, we can have black hair together, and we can be cute, and we can do this. And then you begin to build a friendship with this, and I'm going to pronounce the word wrong. What's it called? Avatar, because I call it Avatar, and the kids start cracking up laughing at me. Or even elevator. I don't say anything. But you know, they you know, these aren't real characters. They are obviously fictions, but there are real people behind these characters, and whoever these people are want to then sort of build a bit of a friendship with this person. you know, with these kids, and that's where the issue starts. So I think just to kind of round this off and not to make this any longer than what you know than what it is, I think parents just need to be more vigilant. You know, kids, you've heard this from kids, you know, block, what's it? Block, report,
ignore first, but
block, report,
Forget about it.
forget about it, and delete. You know,
delete from brain.
and tell your parents, let them know, bring them into your world, and parents, go into your children's world. You know, this is their playground. This is where they go to hang out, you know, so to speak. You know, if your kids were out on the streets, walking the streets, you would want to know where they're at, who they're encountering, who they're playing with. Why don't you want to do the same when they're on social media? Why would you want to sit in a room, and whilst they're in another room, or they could even be in the same room as you, and you have no idea as to who they're talking to? Yeah, social media is a powerful, it's almost like it's a necessary evil, you know, and I call it necessary because in some ways we need it, you know, and in some ways we actually could do well without it. But I think it's all about striking that balance, being more vigilant, being more be more prepared to challenge your kids, to ask those questions with your kids, and to ask the right type of questions as well. Who are they speaking to? Why are they speaking to this? Who's in this group? Why is that person responded in this way? What do you, and you know, bring the ball back into their court, because you're coaching them at the same time. You know, you're asking them, so why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Do you think you should have done this? How do you think you should have responded there? You know, tell them.
Would you let us text people from school?
Of course you can text people from school. You see, people from school is fine because these are people that you know, but people that you don't know, like some random person saying, oh, I like your hair. Oh, you look pretty. Oh, you're my friend. I want to be your friend. We're best friends. No. No. I mean, I know you. I don't know you from nowhere. So get behind me, Satan. That's how I see you. Okay? Simple. Get behind me, Satan. You know, you got to go drastic with these things, you know? So talk to your kids, tell them the dangers. Don't hold off as to what the dangers. Oh, they just won't understand. They're kids. Listen, kids know when danger is there. A kid at the age of 2, 3, yes, they might shoot across the road, but then, you know, without thinking of the danger. But then you have a kid, when they get to about 5, 6, 7, they know, the more you speak to them, they know that, okay, they can't just shoot across the road, because they know that the car has a very big engine and it can kill, okay, if you end up on the bottom of it. And this is what I mean. You've got to actually, you know, let them know. You've got to open up, and, you know, you've got to be real with them. You can't, I personally don't think you can, you know, pad it up. You can, you know, make it pink and fluffy, because it's not very pink and fluffy. The web is a dark place. Sorry guys, I know I'm passionate, you know, I'm passionate, that's just me, you know. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you have been inspired by this. And I really hope that I really hope you've taken something away from this, both parents and children, if you come across this video. But yeah, thank you, and we will see you on the other side.